Yeah, Weege Show coming your way from Dade City, Red Bull, Day in the Dirt down south. Pro practice on a Friday. Garrett Marchbanks. Surprised how many dudes showed up for this. The Hunter Lawrence, Michael Mosman combo is here. Now here's the cool, they're gonna go in this barn. Rob Coy, get some pics. I'm gonna get run over. I'm gonna get run over by Marchbanks. They actually ride through this barn. Come on, Garrett. Dangerous right there. So you've probably heard of this event from the California days. It was designed to be just pure fun and old school on dirt bikes, and what they've done is built kind of a hybrid-y track. Oh, they actually stopped them so they don't go too fast here. Zach Osborne, everybody. That really was Zach Osborne going by in a two-stroke Husky. So the California event is all about having fun, and that's what they've managed to engineer here in Florida. They've had it for a couple of years now. Tyler Behrman, Luke Renslin, there's Hunter Lawrence. Where's Mosman? All right, I gotta get out of this thing before I die. It's my chance.
No, it's fine.
So that was awesome riding to the barn. I did it earlier. Yes, I actually rode. I've been talking for a long time about hybrid type events and how the sport really needs it. I raced a lot of hare scramble and GNCC because to me, the idea of sitting on your tailgate for 10 hours and waiting for your 3 or 4 lap moto, I'm not down with it. Plus, in motocross, I'm going to tell you 2 things on the local motocross side that you've all experienced. First of all, if you go down to the first turn and you get a bad start, it kind of wrecks your whole weekend. So that's like 30 seconds, can wreck the entire weekend. And often it comes down to a jump, to jump or not to jump. You get these hybrid type events like this. The motocross track here at Red Bull Day in the Dirt, but the jumps are totally toned down. Basically the challenge is the soil, it's sandy. You got the orange sand out of the motocross track. That's Ronnie Renner right there. And then over in those tree line back there is full on sugar sand. It feels like being in the desert. You're just completely blinded by the dust, and just the bike just goes wherever it wants to go. And then they even close the road on the other side of this facility, and we actually ride in the road full speed, as fast as your bike can go. Pretty unique. So it's a hybrid type event. I think the track is like 3 miles or something like that. I did my 2 laps in like my 15-minute session, and I was good. 1 lap was all I could handle. Hi, folks. Is this event fun? It's event fun, yeah. So that was all I needed. 2 laps. That was my practice. I'll do another one, and I'll do some racing on Saturday and Sunday.
Woo! Hammering laps, yeah. This guy.
I am pounding out the laps. And my kiddo raced too. He was out there on his electric KTM. It was really fun. Want to mention the Weege Show, of course, brought to you by Honda and the all-new CRF 250R, the all-new lighter, faster, stronger Honda. That's what Hunter Lawrence is riding right now. How about Hunter Lawrence coming and riding this? It's awesome. So you want to know a little bit about this event, but you probably want to talk Supercross in Detroit. Marchbanks has got a pretty big lead. I think he's on cruise control. It was just practice, everybody. And now the regular practice order of the local types is lining up to go out there on this long track. But like I've said, to wrap that up, A, thanks for Honda and the CRF 250R for backing our show. And B, thank you. Thanks for the hybrid events, the off-road type events, the moto off-road combo type events. I think this is what the fans, what the weekend warriors are asking for. Lots of ride time. You get off the track, you're smoked, you're tired. You got everything you wanted out of it. That's what's cool. I'm gonna ask. Did you ride?
Oh yeah.
Was it fun?
It's really fun.
Were you tired when it was over?
There's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it, exactly. But we need more of that. Yes.
Yes, he was tired.
Yes, you were tired. Same. Oh, okay. I wasn't that strong. I was tired. I'm full on admitting. 1 lap good, 2 lap bad. You probably want to talk Supercross down in Detroit. Well, we know the big drama coming out of Daytona was the Malcolm Stewart, Jason Anderson fracas early in the race. This is going to be an unpopular take. Leave some comments and say that I'm completely full of it. I might have had access to some footage of some of those incidents over the next couple of days where I was still in Daytona for the Monster Energy Ricky Carmichael Amateur Supercross. And there's often more than meets the eyes in these tangle-ups. What I learned was when Anderson and Malcolm came together in the sand turn, Anderson actually missed the line. He actually missed the line, and Mookie came right on the track in the normal line that everybody else is taking, such as Cooper Webb, who was ahead of them. They said that was kind of incidental, and as far as Anderson hitting Mookie at the beginning of that Daytona main, there was an exact same scenario between 3 riders in the 3rd main of the Triple Crown the previous week. As Eli Tomac said, those second corners, the first 180 on the track, they're almost always a big tangle up, a big bash up. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. This is our pit back here. We got my buddy Randy Richardson from Michelin and all his boys. They got their vintage bikes, Kajivas. What's up, Ron Meredith?
How you doing,
the
bud?
two-stroke Suzuki?
2-stroke Suzuki and a 2020 Suzuki 250 chassis.
And what's this motor? What year is this motor?
2006.
Okay, so the latest RM250 motor.
And
honestly, the latest chassis? Yeah, the latest chassis.
250 chassis.
Is it as fun as it looks?
It's stupid fun.
It is good. It is good.
They should be building this bike.
Yeah, well, you have your 4-stroke there.
Yep.
You like this?
This is faster than my 450.
No way. Your laps are better.
Yeah.
That says something right there. Okay, Ron Meredith. This is my buddy Randy Richardson's group, the flying assortment of vintage Huskies and then a modern bike. I just want to get to the road back here. Anyway, I don't want to pour water on the fire and say that the Anderson Mookie thing wasn't everything it looked like, but it wasn't everything it looked like. It wasn't. A lot of it was just racing. It was Anderson seeing an opening on Tomac, trying to make a pass, bumping, and then Mookie got the short end of it. And then it was Mookie coming back on the track in the established race line where Anderson was not, and then Anderson would try to pivot and get back to it. Shouldn't have done that, Anderson, and they both ended up going down. That is why these riders are not on probation for those moves. Looking at the video footage, they cannot find conclusive evidence that either rider was trying to take anybody out. I know we like the drama and we should talk about that more, but it is what it is. I think that was the Sipes pit over there. Ryan Sipes can't race this event because he's super busted up. Check out Road to Recovery, by the way. He had a broken pelvis and then he had surgery and that kind of went badly. So he needs another surgery. Go to road2recovery.com and help out our guy Sipes. He's walking around, but he is just in serious pain. See the road? I knew I'd hoof it all the way over here to the road crossing and then I'd be exhausted by the next time I go riding. So going into Detroit, I would like to say that there's scores to be settled between some riders. That apparently is not the case. I believe that Anderson and Mookie have squashed the beef. They're moving on. And they need to, because obviously Anderson is losing a ton of points with some of these incidents, no doubt. When I left the race in Dallas, I was talking to Ryan Holiday of Team Green Kawasaki, and he's like, man, there's a world where Anderson has not finished worse than second in any race this year. You could really argue that. He's been the first or second fastest guy. He's been in position to be first or second in every race this year. Can you imagine the points he'd have if that were the case? But instead of about half of the races, he's had disaster strikes. So he's got to fix that. And it's harder to do than it sounds, because I think everybody's like, oh, just make better decisions. Dude, to go as fast as he's going, you are on the edge. You have to take risks. If you do not take risks, you will not go that fast. So that's the line he's walking right now. As for Malcolm, I want to throw this out there. Malcolm Stewart perennially has not been a good starter. Now, a lot of times you might think that's the bike, that's the rider technique. I don't think it's been that with him. Ah, it's Josh Grant's kid. Josh Grant's out here ripping, by the way. I don't think with Mookie it's ever been a problem where he doesn't have the start technique. I think it was a confidence thing. Malcolm Stewart has been on the back burner most of his career. He's been a good rider, but he's never been a guy that's going to the gate where everybody said he's the best guy, he is the guy that's gonna win. Not through his amateur career. Eventually did win a 250 Supercross title, but he was always a bit of an underdog, right? And then especially in the 450 class, it took forever to even get to the point where he was even battling for podiums, let alone in the position where he could maybe win a race. So that's the key. I think finally Malcolm is at the point where he can say to himself, tonight is my night. I can be the best Supercross rider in the world tonight, and I'm gonna show it because I'm gonna get a whole shot and I'm gonna smoke these dudes. And I think it takes a very special mindset to get to that point, to know that if you get that start, you can handle it and good things are going to happen. And have you noticed that as the confidence has begun to build for Mookie throughout this season, the starts are getting better and better. He's had good starts more often than bad the last couple of weeks. That should tell you something right there. I think it's en route, it's on delivery. A weekend warrior. Found a weekend warrior here. What's your name?
Like that.
What's your name?
Zach.
How was it?
It's freaking wild.
It is wild. Like if you read, well, no, you've done ISD, you've done everything. You might have more experience riding on a road than anybody.
Yeah, and like the Glen Helen one's a bit the same with a little bit of pavement. But
You've
this
done
is
that.
A lot. Yeah.
Of course you have.
I won the Coup de Grace there. That's my claim to fame.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
your biggest.
That's my
Okay,
biggest
that's pretty. Oh, I didn't realize this. Okay. So are you racing it? You're doing this whole thing?
Yeah, I signed up for the Ironman, so
Okay.
like the 5 races or whatever, and then the Coup de Grace on Sunday. But I don't know if I'm fit enough for that, so we'll just have to kind of see, you know, fit some races in. I got some cool teammates, Tyler Behrman, Josh Grant. So
that's pretty good.
Pretty loaded
That's
for
gonna
that,
rip.
so that's gonna be fun. It needs some serious rain. If it rains, it's gonna be unreal. Like,
Yeah, back there you basically can't see.
yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
wall
for
of
us,
dust.
it wasn't that bad, but it was, yeah, I can tell how you get that.
Well, the difference maybe you were in front of people. I was behind people. That's what happens.
Like,
Hey, seriously, how is the back? The fitness, the riding?
Yeah.
Can you do it? Or are you worried about it? Is the back okay?
No, my back's good.
Really?
I knew that I missed the mark by 2 or 3 months in Supercross.
No way. No way.
Yeah, I mean that was the deal. So
Like you think your back is good?
yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
And I mean, I've been riding some local level hair scramble stuff, and that gives me good feelings and good signs. So yeah, I mean, just enjoying it right now. Got the wife, kids, dog, van, everything. We're just playing motocross again, you know.
Why are you on a 2-stroke?
Because right now it's the only thing I have. This is a 300 TXI.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's fuel injected.
This is like more of the enduro. They don't make a motocross fuel injected bike.
It's fully enduro suspension. We just threw some extra air in before we went out.
Okay.
Because it's a standard fork, but I think that was a bad place, so we're gonna go back on the air, change the setting a little bit. You
Still
know,
learning.
Get it right.
Dialing it in.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta keep it real. So, I feel good on it. I enjoy riding it. It's not fast enough, probably.
Well,
to
that's
win.
the thing. I know everybody thinks that the holy grail is a fuel injected 2-stroke. These don't have snap, is what I've always heard.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I thought getting it was. I was getting like a super fast, super snappy.
Yes.
252 stroke.
That's what everybody thinks.
It's very much an extreme enduro bike where you just are lugging, and that's kind of more what it's made for. Amazing bike. I enjoy riding it. It's stock, other than it has a fuel injection relocation system from Get, and a pipe, factory connection suspension, but nothing like internal or anything. And I just broke this clutch lever off, so that's an extra.
Oh, wow. Don't got Feeney anymore to help out with these things.
No, Feeney's big off-road guy too now, so.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna ask you one thing about Supercross. Ready?
Yep.
Malcolm Stewart's starts are getting better as he's, I believe, getting the confidence that he can start winning one of these. Are these two things related? The last couple weeks, I've seen him get better starts than he'd ever gotten, which to me makes me think that he's like, one of these nights is gonna be my night.
I mean, you get to that level where you expect to win.
Yes.
But then the problem with that is the expectation and the emotion comes, and then it starts to build expectation again, you know? And that's the tough part about racing, and that's why those guys go line up every weekend, is because you never know what's gonna happen, right? And I feel like he's in a good spot. I mean, he's not the best guy right now. Jason and Eli are clear cut the best, but I can't say that he's not third or fourth.
He's knocking on the door.
He's right there.
Right.
You know,
so even for you in the 450s, was there a difference in the days where you were just hoping to get something, and the day where you're like, hey, wait a minute, I could do really good tonight?
Yeah, there was never that day for me until we went to Salt Lake in 2020. Like all of 2019 was, I almost won in New Jersey, but just blew it, you know? And after that, the 20 season started really rough for me. So once we got to Salt Lake and I led those laps, and then it was like, I can do it, you know? But winning in the 250 class, you know, there are people are like, oh, he won in the 250 class, he can win again, and it's just starting over, you know? It's a complete reset, and that's understated sometimes, I think. You know, we all want to jump right in and win, and then injuries happen and things happen, and you lose that confidence, or you know, it's a whole different craft in the 450 class. The racecraft's different, the guys you're around are different, the respect that the guys have is different. So it's just a really tough deal to re-find your feet in the 450 class, which, I mean, it took me 8 years to find my feet in the light class, you know, and then another two whole seasons in the 450 class after being back-to-back champion. Like, it's not, there's no simple path, you know. Yeah, of course there's anomaly guys who just step up and win, but that's not the case very often.
That's like 3 times in 50 years for the most part. Yes. So I think we're seeing the building steps is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Someone else about to get one.
Yeah. I think so. You know, I think Mookie's in a good spot, but I feel like he thinks those guys should respect him more, or they're not going to go for those passes, and they're going to go for those passes every time, you know, and that's racing, you know, those spots are for big money, and those guys all know it, you know, so.
I can't imagine with a first lap of a 450 main. It's got to be nuts.
As tight as you are,
I'd be taking.
You would be like slapping your mother.
I would be taking dudes out for sure. Let's find this gang here. Oh no, Lawrence, seriously. You came in to hit the dirt and you rode.
Yeah, yeah.
That is badass.
Yeah.
Like, that is not what guys at your level are supposed to do. You're supposed to be locked behind a training facility and never see the light of day.
So the training facility I'm locked at and can't have fun at, it's literally 10 minutes away.
Either way.
I did my training this morning.
Literally, you rode.
Yeah, I did my motos on Supercross and then, you know, washed that bike, clean it up because Daz and Jed are on the plane. This is just a stock 450.
Okay.
So this is just like the grocery getter.
Okay.
So
you
like,
put 250 graphics on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about mind games. It's all about
he's still ready.
People out.
Yes.
It's all about psyching the people out.
Like, he's blowing by me on a 250.
Yeah, it messes with them. You know, it messes with them. So we'll take all the small wins we can get, you know.
You came out here for the Lawrence Brothers. You hosted a ride day last Thursday.
Absolutely.
And I was like, hey, good job, Lawrence Brothers came. They're going to go home. And you're like, I'm not going home. I'm riding more.
I rode till like 9:30.
That's awesome.
I wanted to make sure everyone could ride with us.
It was great.
We said
and then you came back
get
out.
to ride with us, so we're gonna do it properly. We're not gonna be like, yeah, come have a ride day with us, and then we take some photos, and then like, all right, see us.
That is cool.
So,
and then today you didn't have to come, I'm sure, but you just want to. You're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Red Bull event. Like, dude, why not? Like I said, did my training in the morning, got everything done, dialed in, loaded up the Jet's truck.
The lowrider, okay.
Yeah, it's Jensen's truck. I said, all right, I'm gonna take that, load it up, and come out and see what this is all about.
Love it. Pickup truck.
It's something else.
Pickup truck and a stock bike at their local track. Hunter Lawrence, you got to respect that.
I kind of like it. If I could have brought the factory bike and start, this is how I kind of want to come to the races, you know?
Yeah.
Roll up in a truck, kick her out on a stand, and just go race.
Look, we don't have 20 minutes to get into this, but I think one of the advantages that you and your brother have is that you probably did do stuff like that. You weren't factory amateur when you were 8 years old.
No, we weren't. So this to us is normal. Like, this is literally, and like, I mean, if you see our van that we go riding in, that thing looks like a painter's van. Like, it's beat, you know? And
Still.
we just do. The thing's beat. We'll pull her up. We got 2 little seats in there, and we'll come out when we don't ride the farm. And that's us, man. That's us.
That's it. Keeping it real. All right, Hunter. The show is brought to you by the, we'll see you tomorrow. Brought to you by the all-new CRF 250R show. Let's just say that it's a 250. Let's just say 250. It's lighter, faster, stronger. We have Marchbanks here. He's over here. This video is really long. They're bench racing. Hey, chill out a little bit.
What do you mean?
You're going too fast.
That's fun.
You were really going fast. Was it fun?
Oh yeah.
What's the barn like? What's the barn like?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
A little slick, but
I saw that.
yeah.
Wait, you had to do a burnout on purpose?
Yeah, you had to do a burnout.
It's
He had
required.
a towel and he was like, do a burnout.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it.
I thought it was just to slow you guys down.
No, we had to do a burnout.
Okay.
That's what I thought at first. I was like, I ain't slowing down. I'm gonna go. And then
Yeah.
I know burnout.
The next lap, it was still smelled just like straight rubber.
Roasting tires.
When I let you by, I was like, man, is he burning rubber that bad right now?
And what's the road like? Have you done anything like that before?
Yeah, I used to do road racing. Not road racing, but works racing.
Okay, so they
Yeah,
had sections like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get to full-on top speed?
Yeah, down the road I hit 5th gear wick.
As fast as it would go?
That's probably doing about 60, around there.
Probably more than that.
I don't know. I was
Yeah.
just letting the 450E.
You were tapped on a 450?
Yes.
I mean, I know you got gearing that's not for that, but it's still fast. That's
Yeah.
still fast,
I know
dude.
coming down the back stretch.
Yeah.
I was hitting it wide open to the chatter. Just
Jeez.
Yeah.
Is that fun, though?
Oh, it's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
It's fun hitting the jumps backwards.
I know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I was hitting the table here and then
Yeah.
that little double in the back. I was
Yeah.
able to get that. That's fun.
Double for him.
Yeah.
How hard is it going to be to get off this 450 that you've been playing around with here? Uh-huh.
It's going to be tough.
That's what I figured.
We have to go back to the reality next week, so we'll see how it goes. It shouldn't be too bad. I've had moments like this before, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. Garrett Marchbanks, he won practice today. That's Red Bull Day in the Dirt down south. If you're anywhere near Dade City, Florida, come and join us. And I think my kid is up in the announcer's tower being supervised by DMXS Radio's Kevin Kelly. Really bad parenting there. We got to go practice some more. Thanks for watching and enjoy the racing. In Detroit, we'll have Kellen Brower covering it for Racer X.